Test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome to Talk It Up Tuesday. Let's see. All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Talk It Up Tuesday. With Abdulman and Imani Ray. And I see Carmen made it into the screenshot there. Welcome to the
Yep,
studio. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. So I want to do like we did last week and have our check-ins to be real about how we feeling today. So how we feeling today? I'm gonna say that I'm riding off a nonstop high of the day because it's just been constant things back to back, and typically that kind of drains me, but the energy level's still there, so I'm moving along with it until it's gone. How about
Yeah,
y'all? How y'all doing?
you go first. I told Mike I'm tired. We went on an afternoon walk, but it gave me some temporary energy, not enough. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out how to end this day early. Still gotta make dinner and do
But I want to eat
laundry.
after 5. You can wait till tomorrow. I gained those 4 pounds and I'm just.
Wow, mom, this is my
Oh, I'm
part.
sorry.
This is
Okay.
my turn. Anyway, I have lots to do, and I'm tired. Don't leave it at that. Go ahead. Tell them the things you wanted to say.
Oh my goodness. Listen, that afternoon walk gave me a second wind. I was going down fast. Mike and Joe, I get up super early, like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And then by like 2 o'clock it's so over. But now I'm just trying to get my steps in, so that afternoon walk really helped me get together.
That's cool, and it's nice and breezy out this time of year in Arizona too. So I'm sure that fresh, cold air did some help for you as well.
Yes, yes, it did.
All right, cool. Well, thank you both for being here, and hello everybody out there. Today on Talk It Up Tuesday, we have something special that we're going to share with you. We want to talk a little bit about holiday season marketing because this show is geared towards the needs, the wants, and the desires of entrepreneurs. So we want to make sure we spend some time talking about that, not just from the sake of like, how's business and what are you selling today, but like,
Mhm.
how are you as the person running this business doing and how are you feeling and what's new with you and what's on your heart to talk about. So we have a lot of very open and casual conversations. We welcome an opportunity for anyone who's out there listening and watching who wants to come on camera with us during the live stream. We'll share a link. So if you know myself, if you know Amani, if you know Carmen, let us know. They all have the link, and we'll be more than happy to inbox it to you. I'm also going to post it. We'll see if it works, but I'm going to post it on YouTube and Facebook where we're streaming live so that anyone who's watching in those places can also join us.
Awesome.
So, like usual, this is sponsored by Be Well Magazine. Every week we do this at 4:30 Mountain Standard Time, 5:30 for those of you in Central, and 6:30 if you're on Eastern. I think California went back too, didn't they? So it's 3:30 for them.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, 3:30 in California. So every Tuesday we're here for Talk It Up Tuesday and opening up conversation to be able to share with you all. So let's see. I want to go ahead and post that link. Do anybody here have something they want to share that they want to start us out with? Anything we need to announce before we get into the details of the holiday stuff?
As far as announcements goes, I think we always have a bunch of different things coming up and different things that we're working on. In regards to our own businesses, also other side hustles. We are big supporters of multiple streams of income, so we're always promoting that and navigating that in our own lives. Um, Be Well Retreat, that's what I'm really looking forward to. It's going to come up here pretty fast. So we're in the process of gathering our vendors for the Arizona retreat as well as Milwaukee. So I've been doing a lot of follow-ups with that today and want to extend that invite to those who are interested in vending at the Arizona retreat or the Milwaukee retreat. Please contact me right away. We're still getting vendor spots secured as well as some speaker spots secured for the Milwaukee retreat. So looking forward to it. Reach out to us if you want to be a part. It's going to be something amazing and transformational.
Yes, it is. Um, the one thing
Transformational? Is it transforming or transformational?
I
Did I
like
just make that up?
transformation though.
It didn't sound right. Is that a word? I was watching a podcast earlier and they were just like using words that were not words. And I think it just stuck with, I just yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, it's so much that I want to share because we always have a lot going on. But the thing that I couldn't wait to be a part of Talkative Tuesday was because I just want to really compliment you guys on the Sunday sessions that you are offering. And this is a special shout out and a plea to my generation. Some things that I'm putting in place, y'all, is really, really working. Yes, you know, when I try the reels and the stories and all of that, sometimes, you know, Imani yelled at me because she just could have explained it to me one day, the next day. If I skip a day, I forget how to do it, but I'm telling y'all, I'm building momentum. My email list is growing. When I did a reel, just basically a simple reel, and I seen 500 some people viewed it. And a lot of times, you know, as seasoned entrepreneurs, we have this perspective like I'm posting and nobody looking. That's because you're posting a lot from your personal page. And if you're not doing those stories and reels, you don't know who's looking. So I feel less concerned about who appears to be ignoring me because I can go into my constant contact and say, even if the person not saying anything, plenty people viewing my content. At the end of the day, that's what we really want to have. And so
Right.
the fact that you both are just taking your experience and your giftedness and your genius to give us this free information on Sundays so that we can make a determination if we're ready to make that investment. That's so huge because it's a new day and we can't keep doing things the old way. Because if it was up to me, I'll just be sitting on the telephone talking to people all day. But that gets exhausting after a while. And this social media thing is something to be taken very serious. So thank you guys so much for the content coaching you're doing on Sundays.
You are welcome. And I think you made some pretty good points because I don't think people really take in consideration the longevity of creating content and how after you post that content and you leave it alone, it still works. Like
Yes.
it's still out there being seen by people, still driving traffic for you. So while sometimes it may seem like a heavy lift and
Mhm.
it might seem a little bit overwhelming, if you find a way, like we learned from our guests, Jasmine and Hakeem Collins on Sunday in the last workshop, they said that they don't like pre-plan a whole lot. They kind of just freestyle. They come up with stuff on the fly. Sometimes it's some of the stuff that they least expect and put the least amount of energy in that really takes off and goes far. So their advice to us, for those of us who were there, was to just try to be yourself when possible and just keep it natural for you. Don't try to be like somebody else that you've seen or that you watch. Like create content that's authentic to you. And I thought that was a good tip to share because when you're doing it like that, it's a lot less exhausting because you're just doing what you normally do anyway.
Yep, yep. And the main thing to remember, who is for you will be drawn to you. They're going to be drawn to you. It's a whole
That's
group of
so true.
people that want exactly what you have to offer and how you're offering it. And I'm just at a season where those are the only people that I want to work with because it's not about convincing anybody. It's about
Right.
attracting people. People that can't wait to open the Be Well magazine, people that's lined up to be a speaker or a sponsor at the retreats. That's just the people that I want to work with. And the more we get our content out there, the greater our chances are to attract those people.
hmm Yeah, isn't it funny how we spend so much time and energy worrying about how to track people that ain't coming to us? Like you got people around you that's like, "Hey, what you got?" And you trying to exhaust yourself on people who don't even care.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
So crazy. All right, cool. Well, I want to go ahead because I know we have about 15 minutes or so left in the show, and we want to leave it open in case we get some questions. We want to go ahead and get into our topic today, which was sharing some inspiration for some holiday marketing ideas and tips for all of you who are business owners. So I'm going to do a little screen share, and we're just going to have some casual conversation around this stuff here in the studio. I'm going to talk through some slides, and I would love to just kind of hear like thoughts as they come up. We don't have to be scripted. Let's just talk like people and see what we'll come up with. So a lot of us forget this time of year, and at the last minute, it's like, oh yeah, there's Small Business Saturday coming up. Holiday sales are coming up. What am I going to do in my business? And it comes up so fast. I think a lot of people sometimes forget to kind of think ahead, but and prepare for it. I was doing a little research to just figure out like kind of like when should you be starting. And there are a lot of people who start, those who have some experience with it, especially those who are in retail, who start planning their holiday stuff like months in advance. But I thought this was just an interesting fact that 30% of Americans have already started their holiday shopping by September.
That's good.
So here we are thinking like, oh, the Black Friday coming up, the trees are going up. People are thinking about it now. Like 30% of people are already started. I was riding around the neighborhood. People got trees up already. Like they're not playing.
Right.
So I don't think you have to worry about being too early. And matter of fact, the earlier you are, the more you can have information and content out there so that when the time comes that everybody else catches up, your information is already in circulation. Another thing that was interesting to me is that 48% of people find it important to support small business. And the reason why they want to support small business is because 38% of them want unique gifts. Because you can get that stuff that's sold in the box stores all year round. You know, it's nothing special about that, but a lot of people do value having something unique that they want to give to a gift. So, like for you, Carmen and Imani, like, have you taken any of these things in consideration? Any of these facts that I found before?
Before, I would say I was a lot more intentional about just seasonal marketing in general. Like, you know, not just this holiday season around Thanksgiving and Christmas, Black Friday, but I used to try to organize my plans for my brand around the entire year of marketing and different events happening. And I think we are at an amazing time for entrepreneurs because we done created holidays out of everything. National Dog Day. Apparently today is National Entrepreneur Day because I just got a shout out from Public Allies. They were kind of talking about talking about the entrepreneurs who came out of the program, and they highlighted me. And so I'm like, there's a day for everything now. National Sibling Day. You get yelled at on Facebook if you didn't give your siblings a shout out, or National Auntie Day, all this stuff. So I think we are at we have a great opportunity as entrepreneurs to really leverage those different holidays and special days that have come about to put more themed items out, especially for retail businesses, but other businesses as well, like who share information or use their platform to educate their audience, like find some fun facts around these different holidays and educate your audience and figure out a way to channel them to whatever service or product you offer.
Yeah. Carmen, you will say something?
I was just going to say I have missed this a few times because when I think of holidays, I oftentimes think of like a product sale rather than a service sale. So it's such a great time for me to really look and tap into travel suppliers, retreats. People are planning their retreats for the following year. So those things that I have to offer, you guys reminded me through this platform and this conversation today to still take advantage of this a year, but really position myself for next year and be more strategic about it.
Yeah, I think that's good. One of the tips that they had in here is just plan your online marketing so that you can drive more sales and donations through the holiday. And they said that a lot of people are intentionally looking to give their time, looking to spend money, donate money. They're looking to gift things to other people. And I was just pulling up this, like there's tons of holidays outside of these, but like some people may just focus on Christmas. Some people have multiple days, like Kwanzaa is like a week, I think.
Yes.
So there's a lot of different things that are going on that you can kind of figure out how to tie your business into the theme. And I just kind of shared this just to give you some ideas of some of the big ones that come up are Small Business Saturday, which is coming up next week. Black Friday, a lot of people know that one because of the commercials and everyone runs around that. Cyber Monday. Giving Tuesday is coming up for nonprofit organizations. That's a big thing where they draw donations. So there's an Artist Sunday. I never even heard of that one. That's on the 27th. So there's a lot of stuff that you can figure out. Like, I'm like you, Carmen. I used to always think about products where I had to be in retail to really take advantage of this stuff. but you can productize services too and kind of bundle things up and
Right.
promote it that way. A
Now,
downloadable PDF,
yep.
stuff like that. Yeah,
My Be Well candles back. I gotta give Chantel a call so we can maybe package that with our magazines and send
there
those.
you go.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So let's dive a little bit into some of the different places, some of the platforms and ways that you can do some holiday promotion. I do want to let people know if you're watching this on the replay, we were just trying to set up a link so that you can download this. So I'm going to give you the web address that you're going to go to, but just know until I get done with this, if you go to it and it don't look right and it look crazy, it'll be fixed. Okay. So at the end of this show, I'm gonna give you the website address to go to. That's where you can download this document that I'm sharing with you on screen. That's where you can get your membership to the Content Coach program, and that's also where you'll be able to find a link. Well, for this one, it's not going to work, but we're always going to update that link every week to join us live in the studio so that we can have studio guests. So let's talk about the different places and ways that you can promote during this season. You have your website, which is going to be good for pointing customers to landing pages that are specific to whatever offer you want to make. You have social media, which is going to help you reach your personal network. And if you have your business pages or you're running ads, that's going to help you reach beyond your personal network. I want to specify that because a lot of people say, well, I've been posting and I'm not getting any new customers. Well, if you just posting on your personal page, guess what? Only your personal people are going to see you.
Yeah.
So the business pages are for you to reach people who are already connected to you. And ads are a way of adding fire to reaching more people who are connected to you because you can set a parameter and put some stuff in place to reach more. So remember that. It's not just your personal page where you're going to get some traction, especially if you're trying to reach people who aren't connected to you.
Hmm.
Um, email marketing is a good way if you've been building up a list. And if you have not been building up the list, you definitely need to be in the content coach so we can help you get set up because you are missing out on one of the biggest ways that all of these companies make money. You know, they have people buying things throughout the year. They know how to target those people on their list and they know how to send out offers frequently throughout the year. The sale is not on the social media posts. The sale is on getting information so that you can stay in contact with people and then develop the sales process and build your relationship with them that way. So that email is key. And then last but not least, in order to get some awareness and some attention, doing events. Learn how to get the most out of your holiday events. They could be virtual, they can be in person. Maybe there's people doing events that you can partner with and be a vendor, like Imani was saying earlier, looking for vendors for the Be Well retreat. So there's all different ways for you to kind of leverage all these, and we're going to spend a little time talking about each one. Oh, I think it's my Amazon delivery. Okay. So let's talk about websites. Point customers to where they need to go with well thought out landing pages. Now, let me ask both of you, have either of you ever saw something that you're interested in and had trouble finding it once you tried to take action on it and
Absolutely.
offer?
Oh my goodness, I haven't. Let me tell you, you lose
We were
me
just talking about
totally.
something too.
Uh-huh. About somebody's website.
It was a planner. I think
Yep.
we were trying to get a planner yesterday.
Mm.
Figure out which planner we're gonna use for 2023. And I'm like, look, Mom, her website ain't even loaded. This link ain't even. She's like, As soon as like that, I don't want it now. I don't even want that.
Janky. Yeah.
Because and especially with so many scams and stuff out here, you almost want to be able to see every possible review and like several sales before you want to make a purchase with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always my the nerves that I have and discomfort that I have as an entrepreneur is like, how are customers receiving my or how are they viewing my social media presence as well as my online, like my website, and does it look legit? Like, is it set up in a way where they're like, oh yeah, I can trust this website to buy something from it? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I've definitely seen quite a few different like advertisements for stuff, but then I can't figure out where to go next to invest in that business or support that business.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, were you about to say something, Carmen?
I was just going to say that is so huge. Because sometimes we cut the sales process off before it's fully developed. Like we have a piece of something, but if you can't direct that customer to an easy process, you have coached and trained me so well in that area, Mike, because I'm always thinking about things from my perspective, and I may see the value, but we want to make it an easier process for our customers and our potential clients. So yeah, if you don't have a good landing page, and like Imani was sharing, we're looking for a planner for 2023. So if we go to your website and we see that all you showing us is the cover, we're not regular planner shoppers. Like, we're freaks for planners. So we want to see the pages. You're going to have to show us more than just the cover. Like, I need to get an idea of what this is. So I like the fact that with Be Well Magazine, people can try it out before they make the investment. Give us your email and page through, see if the articles are something that's appealing to you before you spend your money. And so that landing page is super critical.
That's so true. That's so true. And I've gone through that so many times because you get those ads on social media all the time, and you see something, and you're like, oh, like you've executed and you got my attention, and I'm clicking, but then I get there and it's just like, but I'm faced with all these different options and stuff, or I click on something, the link doesn't work. So those landing pages are so important. So people who are watching this, make sure that if you are advertising an offer, that process from start to finish is going to provide a good customer experience, because you will waste money because
Yep.
now you've gotten the click, but now they're lost, and you will lose people because they're not going to come back. So that's important to think about, well thought out landing pages.
Yes.
All right. We had a comment here from someone saying, I'm so incredibly grateful that you have this in closed caption. Oh, awesome. I'm glad that's working well. I'm hard of hearing, and if I don't have my Bluetooth in my ears, I will only capture 15% of what's being spoken, thus relying on visuals. So thank you for letting us know that. We'll have to make sure that we have that set. Thank you. Yes, as well, we are all microwave society. We want the now and the quick. So being able to see or have things straight away and easily accessible is a plus. So
Yes.
there you have it from the audience. Don't lose that sale.
Right.
All right. Other things to point out about your website, real quick, is having an opt in. So if people are there and you've gotten them there, give them an opportunity to sign up on your list and join your list. Maybe they don't have much time to spend browsing things at the moment, but they'll like to come back. Some ways that you can do that is like having a contest entry or a prize giveaway or something that they might want to sign up for, so that you can keep in touch with them. And then also making sure that you have a product sales page so that people can see clearly, what are the products that you offer. That lets me know that I'm in the right place, and let's see if you have what I'm looking for. So those are just a couple of the optimizations for a website. Now let's move on to talk about what you can do on social media. As we talked about, social media is a good way to be able to reach audiences. We made a distinction between your personal audience, people that you already have connections with on your personal page, but then using business pages and profiles to reach new people, the discovery page, the For You page on TikTok. These platforms, if you're making content, will put your content out there for other people who aren't connected to you to find you, because they may have expressed interest in something similar. So some of the ways that you can use social media during the holidays is to drive awareness. And what does it mean to drive awareness? That basically means putting information out there that's going to help people get familiar with what you offer and who you are, your brand name. It's that name recognition, making those connections. You notice here for Talk It Up Tuesday, we always use the same little emojis in our title. Our graphics look similar. So those little things make a difference and create some consistency visually in people's mind. Using the same name all the time, like Talk It Up Tuesday. It's memorable, so people make some connections. So we're building awareness by doing that. You can educate and boost your audience in a number of different ways, by doing ads, by doing contests, promos, giveaways that we talked about, sharing educational information, educating people about a certain topic or a thing. All these things combined are out there working on your behalf and creating content that's discoverable by people. Anything that I'm missing that either of you want to add when it comes to that?
Oh, these are some really, really good tips. This kind of made me think about the interview I did with Linda Michelle yesterday, that
Mm-hmm.
to that drive awareness category. Yeah, this is awesome. That's a
Good.
great list.
Good. Other ways that you can use social media is to grow your contacts. Now you might think like, how can I grow my contacts on social media? Well, everybody ever heard of the link in the bio? Mhm. So that link in the bio, even though it's one link, there are a number of different ways to set it up. So when people tap that one link, they can be taken to a page that then gives them multiple links. So that is a good way if you've gotten people's attention through your content. When people click that link in the bio because they saw something that sparked their interest, that's a way that you can use that space to be able to give people an option to join your email list, sign up for your promotions, maybe download something for free that might be helpful. We have on here promoting your products and services. So I think this past weekend we also talked about different ways that you can promote your products and services, whether you are on camera or not. So our guests share some ideas about, just if you make something, how about putting that thing that you make in a video and taking some photos or video of it to some music without, you don't have to put your face in the camera. You can also show yourself doing some behind the scene things. Maybe you're preparing to do some of your work and you just want to do like a time lapse video and capture some of that. Maybe you want to do a voiceover and do a tutorial. Step one, do this. Step two, do that. I know I'm a huge fanatic for those food recipe ones. I know that, do y'all see those? I got
Yeah,
so much stuff saved that I ain't made.
I love
So
that. Yes.
those things work, and just kind of giving people that insight. And
Mhm.
then last but not least, I'm going to dive a little bit into email. So we talked about the importance of making sure you have the infrastructure to build an email list and developing your relationship with your customers. So this could be important because, again, I may have signed up on a list and saw something and hoping to come back later or hoping you send me something that is a prompt. I do that often where I'm like, oh, let me get on the list here. I don't have time to dig through it. But I'm usually sometimes looking later on for that email from that company to see if I got anything from them. So how disappointing and waste of an opportunity is that to do that and not get anything automatically when I join some type of recognition? I'm
Mhm.
victim. I do it. I know I'm guilty of that. But I know both sides of it. So I'm just like, ooh, that's a no. So you can use your email marketing list for that. Again, we talked about like just giving people little bits of things that's going to help build value in what you're doing. You can use email marketing for customer advocacy. So maybe you have appointments set up. You can do last minute reminders. You can say thank you to people when they purchase or download something from you. You can give them access to your offers early before you make it available to the public. All these are good ways that you can use email marketing during the holidays to be able to drive some sales and drive customer awareness. Now, before I go to this next one, which is about events, I see that we have a couple comments coming up. I'm just going to bring them on screen here. Linktree, yeah. So someone said I've seen Linktrees in bio. So Linktree was smart. Linktree knew that people wanted more than one link, and they built a whole company by giving people an easy way to be able to create a link with multiple links through Instagram. So Linktree is a good one. That's free. Another thing you can do is if you have access or your web designer, you can have your web designer make a landing page and put those links on there. Kind of work the same way for you. Someone said, do you recommend email or text or utilizing both in reaching a new market? I know that Imani is big on text. What do you think about that question, Imani?
As far as text marketing goes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Email or text or both.
both for sure. And we had this debate about text marketing. I love it. I just haven't figured out how to master it. And
Mhm.
because of the software I use, you can't just opt people in and put their number and send them. They have to opt into the texting. So getting
Right.
people to opt in is a challenge, and you have to be consistent. And sending out the request for them to sign up and opt into text marketing. And you have to really have a product that they want enough to want text messages coming to their phone about it. Because like
Right.
Fashion Nova is gonna be texting you all day, all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I had to opt out of that, and there's a couple other brands that I had the text message signed up for, like World and Vision t-shirt company, like some of those dope smaller brands. I opted into their text messages to find out when they have like new sales and stuff coming up, and
Uh-huh.
I love it. So, and I love what they do with it. So I do want to implement that at some point. I just have a really hard time getting people to opt in.
Gotcha. Yeah. So to answer your question, I'll add to that question. So Amani touched on a couple of things that I think are important. Is that different people have different preferences on how they receive information. Some people never check their email, and then
Mhm.
you have people who treat text message like email, and that's their preferred method. So I would say, like, if you can, and you give people an option to choose which method is best for them. You talked about, utilizing both and reaching a new market. The short answer is yes, because different people have different preferences of how to receive information. We do have information coming inside of the Content Coach program. I do have a vendor who offers text messaging and email marketing all in one platform. So if that's something that you need to get set up for your business, we can guide you through that process and do that, because people do have different preferences. So I think that's important. This is incredible information. I'm in the process. Somebody's in the process mode. Y'all are the best. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. We got to find out who you are, Facebook user. I know sometimes they be hiding the name.
Christina.
Oh, okay, cool. Welcome, Christina. I'm glad you're enjoying this.
Yeah.
Finger snap in the air. Thank you for the breakdown. Awesome. All right. So let me go ahead and just get our last section here, which is about events. And we're going to just kind of give you, again, a couple of tips on how you can use these events. This is going to be available for you to download. I'll tell you the website address that you're going to go to at the end. So events are a good way to do a couple of things. Leverage other people's traffic. So if you know somebody who has an event and they have people already, a built-in audience, all you got to do is show up and show out, do your thing. That's a great way to use events. Doing virtual events, I know that's something that I like to do, where I can do like a free event, like we do our webinars for Content Coach on Sundays, has helped us grow our list tremendously by doing that. You have people who plan events for a variety of different reasons, but if you can leverage, and if you don't have the capacity to put on your own, maybe consider being a vendor at something, or finding one that you can partner with so that you can leverage their traffic. So this checklist here is to help you if you're going to be putting on an event, participating in an event. What are some things that you can do to prepare before the event? What can you do during the event for marketing? And then what can you do after the event? So I'm going to point out a couple, and then if either of you want to talk about some of these, because Carmen, I know this is your thing, doing events.
Yeah.
I'm opening the floor to you. So one of the things that I want to say, again, this is going to require you to have the right infrastructure, getting people to sign up and to register for your events, whether they're free or not. Again, this is going to be valuable for you over time, because you have that opportunity to build that relationship with people. During your event, giving people a way to be able to stay in touch with you. Maybe it's a sign-up sheet. Maybe it's an online form that you send people to. Maybe it's a QR code. So making sure you have a way to give people an option to stay connected with you. And one of the biggest things is, after your event, thanking the people who participated, who joined, who registered, providing them with a gift, and keeping that conversation and that engagement going. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let Carmen close us out on this section, because I know that's her thing.
Yes, events are it, because we spend so much time online. If we're not careful, we forget about that craving for human connection. I love hosting retreats, because it allows us to have that intimate conversation. And a vendor is a vendor is a vendor does not apply to Be Well events. First of all, we don't have our vendors out in a hallway area. They are actually part of the retreat experience. So that means when we are feeding our guests, our vendors are going to eat good too, because we want to make sure that they feel a part of it. And then also, we're going to make sure that that vendor has a long-term relationship with us beyond that event. Those vendors are going to be listed in the Be Well magazine. They're going to be able to connect with them and their potential customers in the Be Well community. So let's stretch our thinking about the traditional ways in the way we host events. And for speakers, it's much easier for you to come in and speak and then have an automatic vendor table set up for your books, because now you spoke, people really understand the person behind the story. So all of those are ways that you can really, really connect and collaborate. And my job is clear, is to help people, women entrepreneurs in particular, come together and feel that they are able to be well connected, to be well informed, and to be well inspired. So anytime I'm designing a retreat, I want to make sure it has all three of those components. So the networking part is very, very intentional and focused, so that we can connect beyond that day of event experience.
Good stuff. And I like that what you talked about. Like when people vend at a Be Well event, you're not just somebody sitting out at a table waiting for people to come by. Like I don't think people realize that they get to be part of the event. Like they're a
Yes,
guest. You
yes,
know, you get the best of both worlds, the guest experience and the opportunity to be able to promote your business, which is awesome.
yes.
All right, cool. Well, thank you both so much for chiming in and helping execute this conversation because I think it's going to be helpful to a lot of people who see it. I do want to let people know how they can get those slides that we shared, so how you can download that. And again, I'm doing exactly what I said don't do with the well thought out landing page, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway because we don't get this done. So here's what I want you to do. We are setting up a landing page, and that landing page is going to give you access to everything that we talk about on the show. We just have to finish setting it up. It's going to be wecontentcoach.com. That's going to be the website address. You're going to go there now. It's going to look half done, but we're going to get that done and get that updated. So wecontentcoach.com. I put it up here on the screen so that you can check it out. WE content, CONTENT coach, COACH.com. So that's where we're going to put access to the download. That's where we promote our upcoming webinars. That's where you can join the membership. We have a special coming up for the membership for the content coach. So we're going to be announcing that over the next couple of days. So just remember that website address, check it out later on, and we'll have what you need there. So again, if you want this download, we present it. So thank you all for tuning in. Anything in closing from any of you?
Oh my goodness. I just want to say you guys are doing a great job. We're talking of Tuesday, and I want to encourage anybody that's listening to go to bewellforwomen.com so that you can check out the magazine as well as learn more about our upcoming retreat.
Awesome. All right. Imani?
I'm sitting here thinking of like, where do I have a few thoughts. Just thinking about how folks can connect with the content coach and Be Well. But I love the idea of them having access to more information on that landing page. And once you're connected with any of us, between Mike, my mom, and myself, you'll be connected to all these other dope things that we have going on. So just stay connected. That's my close out.
That's the goal. Cool. Thank you. Let me just finish with our comment we have. I am 47 years young, yet still learning this all. So I appreciate y'all so much. This information is very distinctive and relevant, so it makes it well processed to be utilized in order to make impacts and grow. BeContentCoach.com. That's it.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Christina.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Thanks for joining us, Christina. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. Everyone have a good night.
Okay, good night.